Animals have the ability to gather and process information and react to it. They also have the ability, often, to move around. When we're studying populations, we can often understand them better when we consider not only their individual behavior, but their social interactions and group behavior. In this lesson, we will describe how behavior can serve as an adaptation that affects reproductive success. We will identify the major types of learning, explain how periodic environmental changes affect behavior, clarify how social behaviors can increase evolutionary fitness, and explain how animals communicate. As you take notes, look for the terms behavior, innate behavior, learning, habituation, classical conditioning, operant conditioning, insight learning, and imprinting. At the end of this presentation, you should be able to identify the significance of behavior in the reproductive success of a species, explain what an innate behavior is, and describe the major types of learning. You should also be able to explain how complex behaviors arise. A behavior is usually defined as a response to stimuli in an animal's environment. Although many behaviors are triggered by an external stimulus, an individual's response to that stimulus often depends on its internal condition. Some behaviors are as simple as a dog pricking up its ears in response to a noise. Other behaviors are complex, such as washing food before eating it. Many behaviors are essential to survival. To survive and reproduce, animals must be able to find and catch food, to select and defend space for feeding, sleeping, and raising offspring, to avoid predators, and to find mates. Some behaviors are influenced by genes and can therefore be inherited. That's why certain behaviors can evolve under the influence of natural selection, just as physical traits do. For example, the genes that code for the behavior of the moth shown help the moth escape predators. This moth normally rests with its front wings over its hind wings. If disturbed, the moth will move its front wings to expose a striking circular pattern on its hind wings. This behavior may scare off predators that mistake the moth's hind wing pattern for the eyes of a predatory owl. Given that the moth displays this wing pattern and doesn't fly away when confronted by a predator, predict two characteristics of the moth's typical predator. The predator responds to visual stimuli. The predator may be prey for predatory owls, such as the great horned owl. How can behavior serve as an adaptation that affects reproductive success? If a behavior influenced by genes serves as an adaptation that increases an individual's fitness, that behavior will tend to spread through a population. Adaptive behaviors that enable individuals to respond to external factors in ways that increase their reproductive success can powerfully affect the survival of populations and species. Think about how animal behavior can evolve through natural selection. A behavior that is influenced by genes and that helps an individual survive will be passed to its offspring and spread through the population over time.